You know that feeling, right, where your focus is just shattered and your mind is buzzing from the constant hum of the digital world? Well, you're definitely not alone. And the good news is there's a really powerful way to find some calm in all that chaos. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. It sounds a little backward, doesn't it? I mean, everyone's always talking about a digital detox, but we're going to explore a completely different path. We're going to see how a philosophy from literally thousands of years ago might just be the best tool we have for our super connected lives. So, first, let's just be real about the world we live in. It really is a relentless roar, isn't it? A constant storm of notifications, endless feeds, and this always on pressure that can leave us feeling totally and completely overwhelmed. And all this digital noise, it has real consequences. I mean, do you ever feel just mentally exhausted at the end of the day, even if you haven't really done much physically? Or what about that low-level anxiety that just kind of hums in the background along with your phone? The struggle to focus on just one thing? That feeling of being completely drained by your screen? If this is sounding familiar, well, that's because it's the shared reality for so many of us. But here's the wild part. If you strip away all the tech, the phones, the laptops, all of it, this challenge is absolutely timeless. It's the age-old human struggle of just trying to manage an endless flood of stuff demanding our attention. And that right there is exactly where some ancient wisdom can step in to help. And that ancient wisdom has a name: Stoicism. It's a philosophy from ancient Greece and Rome that, believe it or not, gives us a surprisingly relevant toolkit for our modern problems. At its core, Stoicism is super practical. This isn't some dusty, complicated theory. Think of it more like a training system for your mind. The whole goal is to build this inner peace by making one single crucial distinction, separating what you can control from what you can't. This quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca just absolutely nails it. Think about it. That anxiety you get from a scary news headline, or the anger from some random comments on social media, most of our digital suffering doesn't come from the thing itself, but from our reaction to it, from the story we start telling ourselves in our heads. And this brings us to the absolute heart of Stoicism, the dichotomy of control. We burn so much energy stressing about things we have zero influence over: the endless notifications, the 24/7 news, the online outrage, the algorithm that decides what we see. But the Stoics tell us our real power, our only power, is on the other side of that list, where we choose to put our attention, how we choose to react, and what we ultimately choose to engage with. Okay, so that all sounds good in theory, right? But how do we actually put this into practice? Well, Stoicism gives us a powerful toolkit of mindsets that are designed to help us find that peace, even in the middle of our digital world. Let's break these down. First up, amor fati. It means a love of fate. Basically, instead of fighting the fact that the digital world is noisy and chaotic, you just accept it. That frees up all your energy to focus on the one thing you can control: your response. Second, negative visualization. Now, this one sounds a little dark, but stick with me. Briefly imagine a day where your phone is just gone. The point isn't to freak you out, it's to make you really appreciate the value of your focus, so you're more intentional when you plug back in. And finally, and this is a big one, mindfulness. It's just the simple act of creating a pause. A notification pops up. Instead of instantly reacting, you create a little space. You observe that impulse to click, and you realize you don't have to. You can just let it go. All right, so those mindsets are the foundation. Now, let's build on top of that with some real, concrete things you can do to start cleaning up your digital life. First, set actual boundaries, like no phones at the dinner table or no screens in the bedroom. It's about creating sacred spaces for your mind to rest. Second, become the curator of your information diet. You are the gatekeeper of your mind. Unfollow accounts that just make you angry, mute conversations that drain your energy, unsubscribe from newsletters you never read. Be absolutely ruthless about it. And third, a really powerful Stoic trick: premeditate distractions. Before you even open an app, just ask yourself, okay, what's going to try and pull me off track here, and how am I going to handle it? That little bit of mental prep work is a game changer. So all of this work, the mindsets, the strategies, it all leads to one ultimate goal. And it's not just about having a cleaner inbox. It's about building something inside yourself that is truly unshakable. And I want to be really clear about this. Stoicism is not about rejecting technology and running off to live in a cabin. It's about totally transforming your relationship with technology. It's about making the shift from being a passive consumer, just getting dragged around by algorithms, to becoming an intentional user who engages with the world on your own terms. The Stoics had this amazing name for it, your inner citadel. It's like a fortress inside your mind that stays calm and stable, no matter what kind of chaos is swirling around outside. A crazy news story, a stressful email, an endless doom scroll, none of it can breach the walls of a well-trained mind. That right there is the true prize. So, as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this one question. It doesn't have to be some huge life-altering change. Maybe it's just turning off one notification or unfollowing one account that drains you. What's one small, concrete action you can take today to start building your own inner citadel?